Khushi, the wind is blowing.
Yes, Mom. Look, leaves are flying. I love the wind when the wind is blowing. I feel like I'm a butterfly.
You know, Khushi, air is present all around us.
Yes, Mom. We can't see air, but we can feel the air.
And Mom, what is the difference between wind and air?
There is no difference between wind and air, Khushi. Wind is the movement of air from one place to another. It's like when you feel the air moving around you. The air around us is made up of gases like oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. We breathe in oxygen to stay alive.
So, the wind is just the movement of these gases?
Yes, Khushi, air is essential for us and all living things. We need clean air to breathe and stay healthy. The wind is beneficial to humans in many ways. Many types of winds exist in our atmosphere.
How are they beneficial for us? Tell me more about air.
The wind dries wet clothes and moves sailboats. The wind also rotates the blades of a windmill and helps hot air balloons fly. Khushi, do you know a gentle wind is called a breeze? The leaves of trees rustle when a breeze blows. A strong wind is called a gale. Gale can blow off the branches of trees.
Mom, what is a storm?
A very strong and noisy wind is called a storm. A storm can uproot trees and destroy crops and houses.
What else does air do, Mom?
Besides gases, air also contains water vapor, dust, and smoke.
Oh, how, Mom?
Khushi, when we hang wet clothes under the sun, after some time, the clothes get dried up. Do you know where the water goes?
I don't know, Mom. Where?
Khushi, the water in the clothes changes into water vapor and evaporates into the air. The heat of the sun changes the water from these clothes into water vapor.
Okay, Mom. Now I understand how air contains water vapor.
That's great, Khushi.
But Mom, how does the air contain dust and smoke?
Khushi, the air has dust in it. Dust particles are very light. They mix with air easily. Dust particles are carried by air that blows rapidly.
Mom, where do we see the dust particles?
When you sweep the floor of a room, you collect dust particles. And when we see dust particles floating in a sunbeam, that's dust in the air.
Wow, Mom! I didn't even notice those things. And what about smoke?
Khushi, smoke is very harmful for us. Smoke is released when something burns, like wood. It releases black smoke that rises and mixes with the air. This also causes many diseases.
Oh, so we should not burn wood, Mom?
That's right, Khushi. But smoke also comes from houses and factories and mixes with the air. This also causes many diseases.
Mom, cars, buses, trucks and trains also release smoke. So, are they also harmful?
Yes, Khushi. They also produce harmful gases in the air.
Wow, I never knew air had so many gases and particles in it.
Unfortunately, sometimes the air gets polluted with harmful substances like smoke from vehicles and factories, which can make it hard for us to breathe. Polluted air is not good for breathing. You know, Khushi, this polluted air can cause diseases.
That sounds bad. Does air stay in one place forever?
Air has some interesting properties, Khushi. It takes up space, has weight, and exerts pressure. That's why we feel the wind blowing and can't see through it like we can with water.
Does air stay in one place forever?
No, Khushi. air moves around in a cycle. It's constantly being heated by the sun, rising, cooling down, and then falling back to the ground.
I love the feeling of wind on my face.
Yes, and it reminds us of how interconnected we are with the world around us.
Thanks, Mom, for explaining wind and air to me. Now I understand why it's so important to take care of our environment.